Alright. How's everyone doing? I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing well, thanks for asking. Let's go ahead and get this party started. I'm playing some Madden NFL 26. Alright. Got some drinks. I got some strawberry flavored water from Kroger. It's really good in my opinion. Got some lemon lime Gatorade Zero with me as well. Lemon lime, yes it is. Got some mixed berry flavored water from Kroger as well. Yeah, it's mixed berry. Let's run the smash play here real quick. And I got some Kroger purified drinking water. Nearly sacked there. And Gatorade is Zero lemon lime with me. Nope, it's Glacier Freeze actually. We were intercepted there. So I'm playing as the quarterback for the Chicago Bears. What anyone else, but I like the Gatorade Zero lemon lime. And Glacier Freeze as well. That's a good interception. Don't get me wrong, but I just was not expecting them to make the pass. I thought at least it was going to be incomplete. There we go. Got a first down. Just run the hurry up offense and go with spacing halfback wheel. Right, 90 yards now. Passing wise, that's good. Let's go bench dig pivot. Remember correctly, the Toronto Blue Jays won the World Series, or won the Game 5 of the World Series. So they have a 3-2 advantage. They need to win Game 6 in order to actually be the official World Series champions. Because you have to win 4 games. Incomplete pass. Take it over an interception. Ah, shoot. Nearly had it. That's going to be a touchdown. 82-yard touchdown. Odunze. DJ Moore got the reception there. That's good. Is it the end of the first quarter already? Let's have the backup QB coming for this play. I just realized I was talking that much. My bad. There we go. A wild zone. Headed off to DeAndre Swift. Fortunately, that's going to be a loss of 4. Cole Kmet with the touchdown. That's good. That's good. Gonna get DeAndre Swift's yards back. Yeah, 21-14. Let's go counter Y. Let's go halfback roll. for this one. Remember correctly, SummerSlam 2023 was hosted Ford Field. Two quick slants. Check out the stats of the game really quick. I want to see. Yes, Caleb Williams. There we go. Got it to number 5. Number 2, DJ Moore. Looks like a 5 to me. Ah, shoot, that's incomplete. And we're sacked there. That was a bad pass. Now it's tied up at 21. That is not what we needed. We need to win the game. We need to prevent Detroit from scoring, and we need to score ourselves. I'm playing for the Chicago Bears, and we're playing against the Detroit Lions. It's a rivalry game in our division. Oh, nearly intercepted. Thankfully, it wasn't. Thankfully, it wasn't. Ah, it's a 4th down. We're in the NFC North, so we need to really win this game. Thankfully, Detroit didn't score. But we only have 15 seconds to score. That's the only downside. We got lucky there with the way it turned out in terms of catching and him avoiding a little bit of blocking as well. So we did score there. DJ Moore, look at you go. And that took 10 seconds off the clock as well, so that's always good. Just run inside the zone. That's some good blocking, though, but he had a big hole that he should have ran through, but didn't. Let's run it ourselves. We could have passed, but that's going to be a 1st down. With 305 passing yards, by the way. Can't complain about that. Oh, that's going to be a flag on the play. It's going to be offense or defensive pass interference. Offensive pass interference, dang it. That's not good. If it's pass interference, you really want it to be defensive pass interference. At least if it is an offensive pass interference and you're on offense, you want it to be on first down if you have to pick when it happens, because you can at least get a whole good chunk of yardage. It's left the rest of the downs. Excuse me, you can still get a good chunk of yardage and still have the rest of the downs. To gain the yardage back, I should say. At least we didn't fumble it there. Let's give it to the fullback one more time. Boom, touchdown. And it's a fullback that got the touchdown. Which is good. I don't have chat open, by the way. Those of you that are wondering. We were sacked. What the heck? At least we got completion there. And I was waiting for Madden to get open. We got sacked again. It's not good. It's bad, actually. Slants middle. The heck, man? Block. It's the 5th sack we've allowed. Block. It's literally your job to block. You get paid at least 6 figures to block. Oh, and I know I'm repeating myself, but you literally get paid, and all you have to do is block. We're not asking you to perform surgery. You're wondering, like, why were they all the same plays? And then, they weren't changing. But then I realized I had them under the formation and not coach suggestion. We got a first down there. That's what we really needed. Granted, yes, it would have been nice to have scored a touchdown, but at the same time, I'll take a first down over a fourth down. Third and two, nice. I was just about to. I was just in the process of getting it off, so I took a little too long to throw it. That's my fault that time. Let's do cross under. Let's do curls and go. So we are up by 7 now because Detroit scored when we had to punt. Go ahead and run. No, we fumbled. It's bad. Dang it. We lost possession. And now Detroit scored again, so. If we can take up as much time as possible while getting as many yards as possible, we can win this game. We need to get into field goal range for certain. Fourth down, unfortunately. I was under a lot of pressure there. Blocking hasn't been good for us for the most part. Run. Snap the ball. I have to do a QB sneak. I need to take some time off. And I need to, oh, okay, so. I need to force Detroit to use all their timeouts as well. They have one remaining. And now if we don't score here, we're going to take as much time off before kicking the field goal. But I mean, we should be able to win the game here. Yeah, because the only way they could have scored was either a touchdown, which probably would have been like a kick return, or like a really deep pass play. And they didn't have enough time to get it off, so. Alright, it's going to be a snow game. So it's going to be against Green Bay, another division game in the NFC North. The Green Bay Packers. Jeez, look at that snow. You'd have to pay me to be in an outdoor stadium when it's snowing. A lot of money. I do not like being outside when it's cold. Like, I can be indoors when the air conditioning is on, but I don't. Like, I prefer to be cold than warm, but. Because just about every time it gets hot and I'm outside going for walks or something, I get a headache, so. Still inside zone split. How about cross under for the play? Man, we got hit. At least Green Bay did not score. That's good. Oh, come on. He caught that. Wow, I cannot see him. Green Bay has 3 wins and 8 losses on the year so far. I know you can't see the record, their record with my face camming away, but they have 3 wins and 8 losses, where we are at 8 wins and 3 losses. As we beat Detroit. There we go, we got a first down. And we're at our 30-yard line. Our back lead drive. That's the play we're going to go with now. To mesh slot out. See if we can get it to more. Which we did. I don't know what to talk about now. Watched AEW Dynamite last night and it was good. Fun episode of Dynamite for All Elite Wrestling. Ah, dang it. And it really is snowing heavily in the video game. You really cannot see more than 10 yards ahead. Can't really see any of the players. Barely, though. I don't know why I thought more was covered. Mound wide pivot is play we're gonna run next. Still have back last. Ah, so close to having it. And what the heck? We couldn't score? And Green Bay did? Oh, no. That's not good. It's not good at all. Let's see if we can get into the end zone, which we cannot there because we were sacked. Unfortunately. It's caught though, thankfully, at the 28. We'll play action boot left. Yeah, it was incomplete. I'll take that over an interception. Third and 2. Go play action crosses. I don't trust our blocking to pick up the 2 yards on third down. Can it stop snowing for like the rest of the game? Please. Touchdown. That's good. I'm gonna turn off my mic and my face cam now.
In good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
Airing it out to start this drive. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is by scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down.
Here we go.
To the air on third and long. Escapes the pocket. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Chicago first down. He's going to throw it. Working the sideline. Oh, he got it. Drug the feet. That's a catch. This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
Go.
Working now from the gun. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, there's going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play. You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Moving in the right direction that time, but only 2 yards picked up, so it's 3rd and 9. Throw here, 3rd down. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. tough one to retain through that hit. And now they're staring at 4th and long. The Bears are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And they had to wave that white flag on their last drive, Brock, hoping to avoid having to call that punter this time out.
Yeah, you get several chances a game, on average, somewhere around 10 possessions, and you know not all of them are going to pan out. So you got to forget what lies behind and keep pressing on to the journey ahead.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Caught quickly on the slant. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Okay, ready.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Pinned off running right. Here's Swift. Good defensive effort here. Drives them back across midfield onto their own side. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that's good for a Bears 1st down. This is Swift. And he's going to continue having trouble hitting full speed running in this. He stopped after a gain of 2. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. This time it's a passing play. That's caught. He found some space. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up 1st and goal.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning-quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears grow the lead to 7. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be...
Bears ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. It's all squared up again following that touchdown, partner, so some added importance on this series.
Here we go.
Here's Swift to start the drive. This up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Throwing from the gun here. Nothing doing there as the 2nd down pass falls incomplete. Now throw in the direction of DJ Moore. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. The Bears headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. They'll throw to begin this drive. He finds Odunze on the slant. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
This is a heater going deep. He's got it inside the 10. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time. He could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Just 1 yard on first and goal. Still 4 yards to go on second.
Let's go.
Here's a throw. And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears now trail by just a point in the fourth. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
Bears are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Working on first down. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
The throw here on second down. Odunze's got it, right side. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. It's a 21-yard gain, and that's a Chicago first down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Throw's caught. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
Let's go now.
Still sticking with the passing game. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
So for those of you keeping track, we get a solid completion for decent yardage on first, and then we go backwards on second. Kate, I guess we got a quality rubber match right here on third down.
This is brought in. Big gain here for Loveland. And this is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. How about a big hitter? 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with first and 10. Throwing the out route complete. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Go.
Looking to throw here. Throw left side finds Johnson. And he stopped after a gain of about 5. That's going to set him up with first and goal. Sticking to the air here. Rolling left, buying some time. And he'll score. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears now trail by just a point in the fourth.
That is what I call empty in the tank right there, baby. Giving him all he had. He's not a running quarterback by trade. He's creative. He just made him pay.
Bears ready for their next series. Let out on offense by their quarterback. And they're taking the field knowing that they need a touchdown here, Brock. More pressure on them now than they've had any drive so far this game.
Well, our colleague, Charles Davis, has a line for a spot just like this. Pressure, it can burst pipes, but can also create diamonds. Let's see what the outcome of this pressure is going to be.
Setting up to pass. Escapes out to the left. Will he? No, he's not going to escape. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Here he is to throw. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Hands are tied. Gotta have it on this fourth down. Desperation time here. And they get to him and hold him down. What a play, forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Hey, after that stop, Kate, they can start to celebrate. Well, kind of. They still gotta finish.
So it's the visiting Packers who pick up the win. And it could have gone either way down to the very end, but they were able to come up with the clutch plays to take the victory.
The Bears.
Daily sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the LA Chargers. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chicago offense set to get started. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Come on. It's not over. Why are you guys giving up? What is the deal?
Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's complete. Wilford Burnham. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
And this is an offense that's #1 in the NFL in rushing, and you know that has to be the focus of any game plan defensively. But they can throw it, too, as evidence right there. And they move the chains here on this opening drive.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
And this is incomplete.
Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. 70 Lions.
From the gun, here's Swift. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Here we go, set. Panther 60, Panther 60.
Here's Swift. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Banks. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are able to... He's up to 11 rushing touchdowns now on the season after scoring on the ground on that previous drive. That is an impressive number for a quarterback. 1st and 10 here.
Ready. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Throwing to start the drive. Banks. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Looking to throw. Banks. And again back to Kmet. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. The Bears at 8-4 now in the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. He'll try to pick it up himself, and he will have the Bears first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Under a minute to go. Clock running and a back-and-forth first quarter of play. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 6, go!
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, and right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary. One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Levi Onwuzurike charging in and finishing off the sack. Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Banks. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. This is Swift on the counter. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. From the gun on 3rd down. Banks. He's got the Michigan man, Colston Loveland. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 29-yard line. And that last throw is going to be a big one, folks. Something many of us didn't think we would ever see. It moves him past the 6,000-yard mark in passing for a single season as his remarkable campaign just continues to get better and better. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Second and a couple. Looking to throw. Banks. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So they need 2 yards here on third down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive.
70 Lions. Ready.
Back to throw. Banks. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right? That one out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Garrett Williams. And the Chargers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
Now they're a little further behind the 8-ball after the interception led to the touchdown. So a 2-score deficit here, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
What a waste of time.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Open lane down the field, that's Burden. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Set. Liking 18. Go.
Looking to throw. Banks. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Rome Odunze as the first half is winding down. And the Bears are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And out across midfield down to the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
More from L.A. in a moment.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Off play action. Banks. Pass caught by Burden. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them. The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Swift trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. He got halfway home there, down to the 1, but a good job of keeping him out of the end zone.
Exactly. Halfway home isn't all the way home, right? So they feel pretty good about keeping him out on that play.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
I get the thought process, third and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way, but that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a massive body. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. His third rushing touchdown on the year and 4th overall. And the Bears take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. And I guess that's where you turn on 4th and goal, to your muscle back there. Hand him the football, he does the dirty work.
I think you're asking a lot of your defense there, right? Having to make the stand, have to prepare for just about any type of play to be called, and then here comes the power.
The Chicago offense set to get started. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
Throwing to start the drive. Banks. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him,
He's got second and third down to fall back on.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Over the middle is going to find Burnham. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Back to throw. Banks. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Levi Onwuzurike picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Looking to throw. Banks. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
That's caught. The tight end Loveland with it. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 31-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Comes a field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. With his guys trailing here in the fourth, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
He's got the connection to Moore. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Ready?
Back to throw. Banks. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now a give, right side, Swift. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. 2nd and 15. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And Swift is not going to get there as they stop him short of the yellow line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
And this will be a Bears first down as we get this up to about the 42.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you've got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Back to throw now on first down. And this one is incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Thanks. And he's taken down inside the 30. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Let's go.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He's got this complete to Burden.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
Back to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.